Hey everyone, welcome back to The Planet D. Today we're taking you on a journey to the best road trips in Canada.
And while many videos show these drives, most people have never driven these roads. But Dave and I are rounding up the best road trips in Canada that we've actually taken, tried, tested, and true. From coast to coast to coast, we've got you covered. So grab a Tim Hortons coffee and put on your road tripping playlist while we help you decide where to go next in Canada.
And I'll be coming home, then I'll be at your door, when I'll be coming home.
First up, we have the Dempster Highway. Located in the Yukon and Northwest Territories, the Dempster Highway is one of the most remote road trips on our list. A lot of people don't really know of the Dempster Highway, but it is the most exciting road trip in Canada that we've done, by far.
You start in Nunavut in the Northwest Territories, and if you want to drive all the way up to the Arctic Ocean, you can actually do that on this drive. But we're going to take you south instead on a 736 kilometer or 457 mile ride down the Dempster Highway that will go through 2 provinces and cross the Arctic Circle.
Now you can rent a car one way from the town of Nunavut in the Northwest Territories and then drive directly to Dawson City or continue to Whitehorse to fly home.
You can do this drive in 2 days, but we recommend taking at least 4 days to really take in all it has to offer. And there are places to stay along the way. You can camp, or there is a hotel at the halfway mark.
This road trip goes through the heart of the Canadian wilderness and is one of the most remote pieces of highway in the world. You gotta make sure to keep your eye out for a lot of wildlife. From caribou to grizzly bears, you're probably gonna see something pretty wild while you're up there.
And in the summer months, you're going to get to enjoy the midnight sun, where you get to experience nearly 24 hours of sunlight. It is crazy to be up at 3 a.m. with the sun shining bright. And as you drive from one province to the other, you're going to see the landscape transform before your eyes.
Yeah, and you're gonna see the Tombstone Mountain Range, which is great if you love hiking or just taking in some great viewpoints. And then you're gonna continue south to hit Dawson City, which is a gold rush town that will really take you back in time to the old Wild West days, complete with saloons, can-can dancers, writer Jack London's cabin, and a chance to drink the famous sour toe cocktail.
Oh yeah, we have a full video on the sour toe cocktail if you want to find out what that is. And we have a video of the best things to do in Dawson City, and we have a longer video of the Dempster Highway Drive. So make sure to check out the links below.
Next, we have the Cabot Trail in Nova Scotia. Located on Cape Breton Island, this coastal drive is usually at the top of everyone's Canadian road trips list. And it only barely missed out on the #1 spot on our list because the Cabot Trail is much busier than the Yukon.
The Cabot Trail starts in the town of Badek, where you're going to see a little bit of Alexander Graham Bell history. He actually had his summer home there. And we drove this counterclockwise all the way to Marjorie Harbor. Along the way, there is some extraordinary hiking trails. Most importantly, the Skyline Trail, which is incredible at sunset and is the best hiking trail that anyone can do on the Cabot Trail. We explored all of Cape Breton Highlands National Park with more waterfalls and hiking trails, and we even went whale watching. You'll find beautiful beaches, rocky coasts, and incredible viewpoints.
This drive can be done in one day, but in our opinion, it's best to spend 3 to 5 days on this drive to fully enjoy all the adventures and the scenic stops. We recommend spending a night in an Otentnik for some genuine Canadian glamping. And don't forget to take part in some of that East Coast lobster while you're in Nova Scotia. Trust it, you won't regret it. Even grab yourself a lobster roll if you can.
Moving on to Alberta, the Icefields Parkway might be the most famous of all road trips in Canada. This road trip in Alberta is a stretch of highway between Banff National Park and Jasper National Park, and it's definitely the most beautiful Canadian road trip on our list.
But due to the wildfires in Jasper in the summer of 2024, we recommend waiting until the town has had some time to rebuild.
The official start of the Icefields Parkway is in Banff National Park and it ends in Jasper, but you can rent a car in Calgary and drive all the way to Edmonton to really make it a multi-day trip. Once you leave Calgary, spend a day or two in Banff National Park to really take in the beautiful scenic lake. Lake Louise is the most famous and easiest to get to, and the town of Banff is just a beautiful, picturesque town. You can go up the Banff Gondola or bathe in the Banff Hot Springs. There's just so many ways to see the Canadian Rockies. You want to spend a couple days there.
Now, as you drive north out of Banff, you're going to see the stunning Beaufoot Glacier and its reflections in the Bow Lake, which is near Numtee Jaw Lodge. Really, throughout this drive, you'll have breathtaking views of the Rocky Mountains basically everywhere you look.
When you get to the Athabasca Glacier, you want to make sure that you stop. First, it's a great place to go for a bite to eat, just have a little restaurant, but you can see this massive glacier. You can even take tours out onto it. And one of the top things to do is go to the Glacier Skywalk, which is a glass walkway that arches over a nearly 1,000-foot drop. It's amazing.
And you're going to have no shortage of wildlife sightings while you're on this drive. You'll have chances to see grizzly bears, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, and plenty of elk and white-tailed deer. This is a once-in-a-lifetime drive that is not to be missed.
Making our way over to British Columbia, the Sea to Sky Highway is a shorty but a goodie.
It is.
It's rated as one of the most scenic drives in the country, and for good reason. Starting in Vancouver, this road trip ends just north of Whistler at Pemberton, British Columbia, and it's 154 kilometers long, which is only 95 miles, but there's a lot to see and do.
Yeah, now most people rush to Whistler in an hour and a half from Vancouver, but we recommend taking your time. There's waterfalls and hikes and so many other things to see that you should take at least a full day. Better yet, we recommend staying overnight in Squamish. That's what we did and found it really helped break up the trip and let you experience a little bit more along the way.
Squamish is a great town with a lot of things to do, and it's an outdoor lover's dream with world-class rock climbing at the Big Chief. Or you can take the Sea to Sky gondola up and do some hiking. You can take a scenic flight to see the fjords and all of the views.
Yeah, and we did love our tour of the Britannia Mine. Don't pass that by. It's just south of Squamish. They have a multimedia show, train ride, and you can go panning for gold. Hey, you're in the West Coast after all, right?
And then as you move on to Whistler, there's more waterfalls and more hiking trails. And when you get there, you want to spend at least 2 to 4 days just exploring that area. One of our favorite hiking trails is the Trainwreck Trail just outside of Whistler. It's a beautiful wilderness trail that's full of these derailed train cars that actually are there from a crash, and they've been turned into works of art. You can try bobsledding and you can go zip lining. There's plenty of dining, and the dining in Whistler is awesome. And it has a great village because it was host to the Winter Olympics. Last but not least is the Fundy Coast in New Brunswick. This drive is often overlooked by the Cabot Trail, which is nearby, just in neighboring Nova Scotia. But this is a road trip unto itself, and it is fantastic, so you have to try it.
This drive begins in Moncton, New Brunswick, and winds south down the north shore of the Bay of Fundy, which is home to the world's highest tides. Along the way, you have to stop at the Hopewell Rock, which are these beautiful flower pot rocks and massive formations that can be walked among during low tide or kayak through at high tide. You really truly get to experience what the world's highest tides look like and feel like when you stop here.
And the Fundy Trail Parkway is now open. You used to only be able to hike it, but now you can drive through. Fundy National Park, where you can do some more hiking and see waterfalls. There's the great town of Sussex to stop for a bite to eat. And you're going to stop in the historic town of Alma as well. When you get to the town of St. Martin's, you get to see those covered bridges that are so famous from New Brunswick. They have 2 that are side by side. They have the massive bay where fishing boats are just sitting on the bottom of the ocean floor, and then when the tide comes in, they float up, and they have these great sea caves.
Yeah, which I really love, that you could go in both during high tide if you were going by kayak, or at low tide where you can actually walk into the caves and look out. I really enjoyed this. I haven't been able to do that at any other place in the world.
These are massive, and I actually enjoyed this far more than the Hopewell Rock. It then continues to the historic town of St. John, Canada's oldest city, where you must spend the night. We have a full video of all the things to do in St. John in the links below. but it really is a fun town with a great food and art scene and plenty of historic sites.
Now this road trip then ends in the lovely fishing village of St. Andrews, which is close to the border of Maine in the US. Along the way, you'll have opportunities for whale watching, touring historic lighthouses, and of course, enjoying the incredible East Coast seafood.
So there you have it, our 5 amazing road trips across Canada that we have personally taken and loved. We have links to all of the destinations listed on this guide in our Canadian road trip guide below, so you can plan further and figure out where to stay and what to eat and which route to take.
As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for joining us on The Planet D, and happy road tripping!